We've done extensive research in the arenas of life sciences and material science. This involves plants, animals, microbes, bacteria, viruses and fungi, seeds and soil. This also includes metals, ceramics, polymers, and chemicals. We've conducted preclinical research, cancer cells, healthy cells. We've also conducted 4 clinical trials. We have over 6,000 science experiments, over 670 peer-reviewed science publications. They're available with the National Institutes of Health, the US government, Ivy League universities, over 2,000 universities worldwide. And our scientific research is ongoing. And the most exciting research I would like to share with you today is about our most recent research on these 4 clinical trials. And before I go into the full details of exactly how we were able to produce these results, I want to share the results, the power of these results with you. Now, the length of the study was 6 months long. We had a group of over 100 participants in each of these clinical trials, and the age group was between 20 to 55 years of age, half women, half men. And we had volunteers all suffering from either some kind of mental, psychological, emotional, financial, or relationship problem in their life. We tested over 100 parameters in blood samples, as well as had a clinical psychologist on staff to conduct interviews and to determine any psychological assessments that these participants were experiencing. And these results are unprecedented. There is nothing like them that we will see in any other clinical trial to date. So a lot of the blood parameters that we measured were related to stress, anxiety, depression, mental health and calmness, immunity, inflammation, anti-aging, cognition and memory, hormonal balance, menstrual wellness, vitamin absorption, mental focus, insulin, inspiration, motivation, mood, libido, emotional trauma, sleep tiredness, and fatigue. We measured things such as neurotransmitters, hormones, cholesterol. To give you an idea of how incredible and unprecedented these results are, I'm going to compare them with conventional methods of treatment to give you an idea of our best treatments available to us today versus the outcomes that we were able to replicate through these trials. Some of the most unprecedented aspects include our increase in the clotho protein. Now, the increase in the clotho protein, we usually typically measure the clotho protein to determine anti-aging. A greater amount of clotho means greater youth, greater vitality. It is the true indicator of anti-aging, of reversal of aging, if we can somehow increase the clotho protein. Most clinical trials, most studies have been able to produce marginal increases in clotho. Through our clinical trial, we've found a nearly 700% increase in the clotho protein. This is far beyond any typical anti-aging results, and definitely not possible through the placebo or through human psychology. Another marker that we are able to increase is pro-inflammatory cytokine reductions by up to 95%. Now, if you look at all the chronic diseases that exist today, most of them are all trailed back to the root cause of inflammation. In fact, Harvard has come with a theory of disease in which all diseases might potentially have a root cause of inflammation. That inflammation is actually the cause of disease itself, including cancer, diabetes, Alzheimer's, dementia, everything that we're suffering from today that is on a rapid incline. Now, our reductions by up to 95% are significant because if you look at the most aggressive biologic therapies available today, that are usually to treat very aggressive forms of cancer, severe autoimmune disorders, or moments in which it's life or death for someone and it requires severe forms of intervention to save that person's life. These are aggressive biologic therapies, and they come with their own risks, their own dangers, because they can either dysregulate the immune system, suppress it, the immune system, or they can upregulate it. They can cause severe problems. Our reduction by 95%, first of all, is not replicable by these biologic therapies, which typically have an achievement by 30 to 70% in reduction. And on top of that, they pose their own risks, and our results come with zero risks, only the benefits. On top of that, another unprecedented result is our increase in dopamine by 422%. Now, this is unusual because even treatments that target severe mood disorders, where increases in neurotransmitters are usually between 20 to 50% commonly. Our increase in neurotransmitters are far higher than typical outcomes that you see in most trials. 422% versus 20 to 50%. Oxytocin, over 400% increase. And this is rare outside of directly administering oxytocin to a particular person. And we're talking 400% without direct oxytocin administration. We're talking over 200% increase in vitamin D, over 20% increase in vitamin B12, and over 80% increase in vitamin C. Now, these participants signed waivers, made promises not to change any part of their lifestyle. They're eating the same way they were before, avoiding taking any supplements at all. They're living the same lifestyle before the treatment versus after the treatment. And this is in comparison to even the placebo control and the control group that received no treatment whatsoever. So even with our best therapies available to modern medicine, to science, we are not able to replicate these same results. And somehow the research we are doing, the research in which we're able to harness the power of consciousness, are able to produce these results.